fan is off. Okay. That's the fridge that's making that noise. We might have a fridge hum.
Damn you, fridge!
Stupid fridge. I have
stupid appliance.
A program that kills
fridges.
Kills hums.
Really?
Yeah. It's a Hummer killer.
Hummer killer. Oh man.
Oh.
Yeah.
Primarily critical.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Primarily Critical. If movies had an after party, this would be it.
If you have not seen this film, we suggest that you do so before viewing and listening any further.
Because we got spoilers and trivia and opinions like crazy.
Good, bad, new, old, weird, or gross.
We pass judgment on them all.
Today, dead people can't spend money. Wah, wah, wah. Who knew?
Well, their estate can.
Yeah, I suppose.
Their loved ones.
Yeah, but that kind of money, I don't think you can leave in your estate.
Triple Frontier, gentlemen.
You know,
Triple Frontier.
Starring Ben Affleck.
Affleck. Oh, jeez. Okay, we've all seen that commercial.
Ex-Batman, former Batman. That's on his resume.
He's not ex yet. They haven't replaced him yet.
Oh, but he's out. He's out. He said he's out.
Yeah, I know, but until there's actually a movie in front of me, I'm not going to believe it.
All right.
Okay.
Anyway. Triple Frontier. It wasn't until I was researching the trivia that I found out why it was called Triple Frontier.
Yes,
that was one of my questions. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, we'll read this first, and then we'll get into the other trivia later on. Três Fronteiras, Portuguese for Three Frontiers, is the Spanish name of the area of the Amazon rainforest in the upper Amazon region of South America. It includes and is named for the tri-point where borders Brazil, Peru, and Meet.
I see.
Yes.
Well, there you go.
That's obscure.
Well, it is. But
you know.
Did you know Brazil speaks Portuguese? That's their language. Yeah, it's true.
I didn't know that.
That's their official language,
yes.
like of Brazil, is Portuguese.
And you would think it would be Spanish or something.
You would think it'd be Spanish.
It's not. So I would imagine outside of Portugal, Brazil's probably the second largest speaking.
That's crazy.
Well, we did the Muertos. No, we did that City of Dead.
Oh, you got City of God.
City of God.
Yeah.
And that was set in Rio de Janeiro, which is in Brazil.
Right.
Right. And they spoke Portuguese, I believe, and we had Anthony with us, and he speaks Portuguese.
Right.
Wow.
So basically, what we concluded by that is that we should have already known this.
We should have known.
That's a
deep
dive on just the title of the movie alone, right?
Wow.
We're getting deep.
Yeah.
Now, I feel like this is an old story. Where these U.S. Navy SEALs or former U.S. Navy SEALs, they take a contract in South America because it sounds lucrative, right? And they're bored. They're bored. They're back from the war, and they're in the daily grind, and they're having a hard time wrapping their heads around.
They want guns in their hands again.
Exactly. And the dude that hires them is a former member of their team, and he can't trust anybody in his establishment. In the law enforcement, because there's a lot of people on the take down there.
Right.
So they decided to rob a drug lord.
Yeah.
Yes. It's brilliant. They got the skills, they got the tools, right? They've done it for
contacts.
Basically nothing or whatever you get paid as a soldier. Right. So I thought, hey, why not? That's a good idea.
It is a good idea.
If you're of that.
And not only that, is when you see the whole political background of the guy that's been working in that area, trying to take down this drug lord, and he realizes the whole system's corrupt, that his plan of robbing them and killing him is more effective and will do more for the people of that area than any of the governments will ever do, because all the government and all the police are in this guy's back pocket anyways, right? Yeah. So he realized he's actually doing better work, so to speak, by doing this mission, and he gets to profit, and him and his buddies get to profit, and he's actually doing better work for the people of Brazil.
But they did this job. If I'm correct, it's the CIA or who's giving him the job to execute this guy. But meanwhile, they got the ability to steal the money on top of that, right? They weren't going to say that.
I don't think there ever was anyone that was actually wanted him killed.
Because at the end of the movie, they kind of like do a debriefing, and they're given what's money they took or they had on them, right? And each of them give up their money to the family of Affleck.
Yes.
Tom. His name is Tom.
Tom.
Kate, but it's hard to separate the
Sure.
Affleck from Tom.
Ben Affleck,
Anyways.
Tom Davis.
I feel like you're doing a disservice to the actor Ben Affleck, who I'm a
Affleck.
big fan of.
You are?
I am. I'm a huge
Did I
fan.
hurt your feelings when
Yes,
I
a little
shit
bit.
on your
Okay,
Batman?
a little bit.
We're getting
Shit on
off
my
topic.
dude.
Shit on your dude. No, that's another thing for another day.
Oh, man.
I like the Affleck. I do too.
Okay.
He's a talented guy.
So back to this whole thing.
Yes.
They're being debriefed. So the question is was someone hiring to kill?
Yeah, they had a job, and that's the job they were there to do, right? But meanwhile, they're stealing all the money they can get their hands on, because I guess they knew he had a bunch of money, or is that my?
No, the money was always part of the problem. Was always part of the plan.
Well, not that much money, because
Not that
they
much,
didn't know.
But did it turn out that they found out only once they were already there and stuff that he used his own money to fund all the equipment and all this stuff, right? So it didn't look like there was actually any agency backing them in this mission. That was something he fabricated. That's the impression I got. Something he fabricated. Now, in the end, you see them getting this thing. I don't know how they're trying to politically sort out what they had done in the end. I don't know, but I don't know.
It was all on the QT. It was all quiet.
Yeah.
Nobody knew that this was happening.
I agree, yeah.
The money was in an offshore account, and they had a lawyer.
So that was
figuring out the numbers.
Maybe
Yeah.
I didn't understand the ending of that for that reason. But anyways, how much money did they possibly could have got away with? Didn't they, as we know, at the very, very, very ending, they get the GPS coordinates to that on the mountainside.
Yeah,
there,
yeah.
the,
I think it was 250 million is somewhere where I recall hearing, right?
Well, it was upwards of 500 million, but they had to drop off some to lighten the load at one point, and then.
And then they should have done that from the beginning.
Well, there was some things that I just why didn't you think if you're on the run, you knew you had to try to physically they couldn't move this money, and they tried to helicopter lift this money over this mountain.
Stupid. I mean, these
So
are smart guys,
yeah.
and logistically,
Did that bug you?
it bugged me. I figured they put too much in the sack below the
They're greedy.
helicopter.
Yeah.
They
Right?
should have maxed out the capacity that they knew would clear. Like the guy always knew the calculations for the altitude and everything, and he knew he had to clear. So he would have known the maximum amount you could put in the helicopter and safely make it over. Then the excess is what you tie on the bottom, right? But they didn't do that. They put too much in that bottom, so they couldn't, cut it all loose, right?
And when they had less inside the helicopter, so they thought we need to lose weight. We'll get rid of the stuff in the helicopter.
Yes.
And they should have ended up just cutting the line.
That's right.
Oh.
Yeah. Just a
Well, they didn't know,
comedy
and that
of
was
errors
part of
there.
the drama of it. My thought would have been, okay, guys, we're not gonna make this. Let's just drop this somewhere where nobody can touch it, because we got a fucking
come back.
We got a fucking helicopter. We can go anywhere we want with. Nobody knows, which they ended up doing at the very end, right? Anyways, when their backs were against the wall, they had to put it. But it was nice that what they thought, either take the money or take your dead friend back. And after all the greed and their lust,
Yeah.
they ended up saying, okay, guys, well, we got to take the body back. And that's what they did.
Red Fly ended up being the Ben Affleck. Ended up being the greedy one, and he was supposed to be the cautious
Oh, yes.
one.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, that just...
What's up with that?
I don't
Well,
know.
you could tell when they were in that mansion at the drug lord's mansion, and they were like, just they're one guy's we got a hard out here, and they're all you could tell the lust of money, all of them. Like you could feel like I just found gold or whatever, and they weren't even paying attention to the security or watching their six as they're back. They're all there just trying. At any moment, someone could have popped in and did.
Yeah.
And the guy was hiding in that vault or the panic room they had, or
panic
whatever.
room,
So he could have popped cap in their ass.
It's true. That was making me nervous because we knew they hadn't found him yet, as of yet, and yet there's.
And it ends up that the guy just wounds one of their crew, right? The guys.
Ironhead. Mm-hmm. Ironhead got pegged.
I like the cast. We know some of them from different things. Like we know that Ironhead was from Sons of Anarchy.
Yeah, he was the main dude from Sons of
We got
Anarchy.
Ben Affleck was a Batman. And we got guy from Pedro Pascal. He was from Game of Thrones for a couple seasons.
He's been in a lot of stuff.
Yeah, and good cast. They're very much like go, manly man, right?
Oh, like the Wild Bunch.
Or yeah, your typical soldiers, as you said, special ops kind of guys.
Yeah, I don't know. This movie had issues for sure.
How so? Other than the money thing, where they could have.
I think once they grew a conscience somewhere along the line, I think they were murdering a lot of people, and then at some point they decided, okay, we're not going to murder anymore.
Yeah,
And
but
then,
you know what? But the thing is, there's that one
Yeah.
moment where the guys they're sleeping, their backs are sleeping on the money, literally.
Yeah.
And they burn the money before
And
that.
they're
Right?
they're getting all laughter, getting all hysterical as they're burning the money.
They're burning like I don't know how much, hundreds of thousands of dollars
Yeah.
on that pile. That was kind of funny.
It is a
And-
funny scene, right? 'Cause
Yeah.
it's a good scene.
it
But
is,
at
yeah.
one point, one of the guys says to the other guys, they're just sitting there lying at them in the night. It says, "How many guys you killed?" And the one guy says, 48. So they're used to killing, or they've killed. And so maybe, it doesn't affect them as much. But yeah, they did grow a conscience because they drew the line at child soldiers or teenagers and civilians. But that all went to hell when they ended up shooting a bunch of the people in that
In
farm.
that village, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the payback was those two guys
Follow them and
followed him
Yeah.
and popped Affleck in the head, which was that was kind of stunning to me. I didn't know that he'd be the one that go first.
Yeah, that was one of my questions. Did you predict Tom's death? Did you predict?
I didn't know. I mean, I figured someone had to die. I just figured that this type of movie, but I did not predict it would be
Yeah.
him. Yeah. So
That
I
was a
kind of
good
thought
shocker.
the wounded guy would be at some point it would become too cumbersome for him trying to go through the mountains with the wound and all
Yeah,
that.
the
You know.
wounded guy. That
Yeah.
kind of bugged me. He didn't seem to be affected too heavily by the wound. I thought maybe he'd bleed out or something, or
Yeah.
he couldn't go on. Guys, it's whatever. And you know what bugs me about these kind of movies? It's always the same thing. Oh, I've been hit. Oh, it's through and through.
It's through and
It's
through.
clean, it's clean through and through. Don't worry. I
Yeah.
keep going and I can keep shooting this gun and hauling about. How many packs did they send of money they were hauling through this mountainside,
Oh.
throwing down each other down a. Oh, it was a little over the top.
They burned down the house. That was
Yeah, that was a lot of money went up there.
yeah.
Yeah.
What kind of installation do you think money would make?
Very good. Well, reasonably good. I mean, it depends. If you could crumple the money,
Yeah.
it'd be better.
think?
Stacks like absolutely,
Oh.
because the best insulation is where you contain air. That's
Yeah.
why it's always stuff that's airy. You know what I mean? But you don't want air movement. Air movement causes cooling. So yeah,
Yeah.
crumpled up money would be fantastic. But the bricks, they'd still be pretty good.
Right.
You know, it's pulp,
Yeah.
just
Sure.
like wood.
Did you
You
think
know?
it was a dumb idea? Someone would put that much money in the walls of a mansion?
I think it was retarded. Yeah, I think that's not bright.
Because if you have that much money, how about you take 50 million, or I don't know what it takes to build a heavy duty vault somewhere, a panic room
Yeah.
type thing where nobody's getting in that shit.
yeah.
It's hidden.
And I mean, this is not the kind of guy that's going to be doing all the finishing work in that house himself. So he's got workers, he's got people that are all aware now that this house is
Yeah,
the walls are
loose
still,
lips.
you know. Yeah, exactly. It's not.
Finish
a
the
good plan.
sink
Yeah.
the ship.
Yeah.
But
Now,
they were like prepared to there's no money here.
Yeah.
And somebody looked at the paint, leftover paint. There's
Yeah.
like, wait a minute.
Fresh paint.
Well, there's been a lot of shows and movies that have been highlighting the life and times of Pablo Escobar.
Yeah.
And the dude had so much money. He had the same problem as our
Where do you put it?
bad guy,
Yeah.
and he nowhere to put it, and he can't get anybody to build anything to put it in because that person would know.
No. Yeah.
Right?
And then they'd have to kill them if
Right.
they talked or whatever.
Yeah, it's just
And it's not legal money, so you can't put it in banks. You got to get it laundered somehow.
Yeah.
So you just end up with a bunch of stashed money.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. That was the same problem in that Tom Cruise movie where he was the pilot.
Yeah.
And he had all this money and he didn't know where to put it. He was
Yeah.
like burying it in the ground and shit.
filling holes.
That's
making,
a weird problem to have.
That
I
is
don't know
weird.
yeah. Like where we're going to have that problem.
We got to find someone who has that problem, and then we got to search their property.
Yeah. Well, I don't want to tango with somebody that has that problem.
usually people that have that problem aren't the best people to be on their property.
Yeah.
Halfway through the movie, they part ways with that female character who is like the girlfriend of Oscar Santiago Pope,
Catfish.
That's her name.
No.
The female. The only.
Pedro Pascal. His character's name is Catfish.
Oh no! It was Pope, the guy, the leader. I guess Isaac, Oscar Isaac. It was his. It was his.
Oh yeah. Okay. Sorry.
Yeah.
My bad. Yeah.
And I thought, and then it's like, you didn't say my name. Don't say my name. Nobody
Right.
knows your name. Ben Affleck at that time, I keep saying Tom. He's like suspicious. Oh, she's gonna rat us out. But she doesn't, which I was kind of pleasantly surprised by.
Yeah.
I thought for sure they're gonna catch her, and it's gonna go like this. She'll be a hostage. Give us our money back, or this woman
Dies.
It didn't go
Yeah.
there.
No.
It didn't go there at all.
No.
Just threw
Not
me
even
off
a
the
little
trail.
bit.
And
Yeah.
at the end of the movie, he's going to see her, actually, as far as we know.
Yeah, it was kind of a cool
Either that or
twist.
go get the money. We don't know.
And at the very ending, did you think they'd? I thought they'd go back. The question is, do you think he goes back for the money? I say you do.
Well, of
because
course, and I thought that was
you
the whole
put all that
stupidest thing. I
work
thought,
into
like, this is just simple. When they started running all these problems, I thought, this is a simple solution. Like, you guys just mark the GPS coordinates,
They did.
hide the money, and come back when you can get the resources.
Yeah.
You've got all this money at your disposal, so you have no problem getting as many helicopters as you need and stuff, and, you know, a better, as many men as you need, you know?
Yeah,
so,
there's definitely. I thought
It
for
just-
sure you go back.
and
You put a
I
lot
thought
of work.
that you guys are idiots when I saw them, like, trying to carry these sacks through the mountains, like, all that money. I'm like,
Yeah.
guys,
What a
like,
waste of
hide it,
time.
man. Yeah.
Hide it. Yeah.
Hide
Yeah.
it. And it's like, it's not like they were just in a city. They're humping it through the jungle and over a mountain and all sorts of shit. Nobody's going there. Nobody has any reason to go there.
Okay, I got a real question. All these other questions are garbage.
All right, wow, good.
Yeah.
Does anyone who felt sorry for the donkey?
I felt very sorry for the donkey. That was all.
One of the guys said, "Oh, but that's a human animal, or that's not
living
human animal. That's a
animal.
living animal."
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
it's awful.
Oh, that was horrific.
But that adds to your that proves your point. That's a lot of work they put there going through the freaking mud.
Yeah.
With donkeys with money on their backs when they could have just easily just, hey guys,
Yeah.
we're not getting out of here doing this shit. Let's
Yeah.
get out of here. Come back.
Yeah.
Hell, if they even had to, they could leave a guy there guarding the money or something.
Yeah, well, that probably draw more attention to it than bury it
True,
and stuff
true.
and-
But if they got out of Dodge and they came back, but that's
Yeah.
it didn't go that way. But maybe they could go back. But
Yeah. But ultimately, that's what they did. But it took, they took a lot of pain and agony before they came to that conclusion. And I didn't get the impression that when they were doing it, their plan was to come back. It seemed like they were just dumping it. But one guy had enough brains to.
why would you dump it then?
Well, Ironhead.
Why not just leave it
Ironhead
right
was
there?
was the guy that's always counting, right? He's always
Right,
counting.
right, yeah.
These guys' fascination with numbers.
Yeah.
Which was, I don't know. That was a little weak. It felt a little weak. It felt like a big build-up for a small payoff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Of course, you wrote down the coordinates.
Yeah, well, yeah. But I think the underlying or the theme of this movie is greed. Like, you can only do so much. You can only physically take so much before it's dangerous. And at the very ending, all of a sudden, all these guys are in these SUV trucks and flying after them.
Yeah.
Where'd they come from? It's just like someone must have talked or something must have, I thought for sure, actually, when the one guy swam out to the boat ahead of them, I thought for sure that guy's probably going to be dead, and the guy on the boat, whoever was waiting for them, was going to be in on it, and surprise, there's 100
Yeah.
men waiting to waste you. But he was a
was-
solid guy. He did the job.
He did the job. Well, I mean, I'm sure they're vetting their contacts, but this guy waited how many days? 10 days? Or
Yeah, and wouldn't they be suspicious of this guy that's hanging around the boat waiting
Yeah.
for these guys?
And when that guy talked,
you know?
if they ever found that guy and they knew there was a boat that was waiting, they're
Yeah,
going to be
yeah.
sweating that guy.
Well, they can't know everybody. Phil.
There's a little.
Sorry, I threw a little bit too much sauce on that.
I don't care. I'm just, my idea of a vacation is not down to the corrupt South America. I don't know.
Well, we don't know.
I don't know.
A lot of people call that place home.
Because what's is striking to me is, or sad, or a lot of those farmers, they don't know any different. They don't care. They're making
Yeah.
a living off of growing cocaine in their fields.
Right, that's just a job. To them.
Whatever it is, just
Yeah.
a job, and it's just they don't care about the addictions and problems in North America.
No, and why should they?
I got to make a living for my
That's right.
family, and I can't blame them.
No.
Yeah.
And to look at them as like, oh, you're the evil farmers. No.
No,
I mean,
absolutely not. No, even here, there's immigrants that are being brought into the country, promised jobs, and they're the ones that are actually tending grow ops. This is before it became legal in Canada, but they're called them gardeners, and they're actually coming into the country, being promised a house, and they're getting a house, and they're watering
It's a grow-up.
marijuana plants all day
Yeah,
long and
which
looking
is
after
sad
them, right?
because it's not worth
yeah,
that.
and then when the bus goes in, the doors get kicked in, they're
the
getting
ones-
arrested.
yeah,
You know, they're
take
the
the
ones.
fall.
Yeah, and the mortgage was put in their name. They're given a house, you know, but
They're
really,
that desperate, right?
Yeah, you can't blame them. All they were just people that were trying to take an opportunity, come to get into the country, get a job, and
Yeah,
you know,
and
so-
that's why I'm all for the legalizing, say, of soft drugs like marijuana, because of that bullshit that happens to people.
Yeah.
You can debate other harder drugs, but not certain things like weed or what have you. My opinion, but supply and demand. If North America wants it, I mean,
yeah.
that's the problem. It's not the farmers that are growing it and so on. Hell, you know, you're raising cattle. People are eating
Yeah.
beef, or they're growing a sugar cane to, you know, the addiction to sugar.
Every
It's
dollar
all
you spend
bad.
is a vote.
All right, let's get into this trivia.
All right.
All right, let's do that.
Now, sadly, most of them is actors that could have been in this movie, but let's do it anyway. After Tom Hardy and Channing Tatum left the project over creative changes to the rewritten script, a month later, Ben Affleck and Oscar Isaac took the respective roles.
Wow. I didn't know this kind
So
of...
they didn't like the script. There were some creative changes, and they thought, if you're going to make those changes, I'm out.
Yeah.
Really? I don't know what the
Wow.
changes are. It's surprising, like, the talent that was lined up to do the
Yeah.
movie here. That's some...
Well, clearly there's a good budget on this thing. I mean, if you
by
can
the way,
get
it
those
was-
kind of people there, you know.
It was a Netflix movie,
Yeah.
exclusive. Netflix,
Well.
getting in there, man, taking over, getting these
True.
big
Big
A-list
named,
stars.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Oh, sorry, I'll read the
We
next
al- we
one.
already
we
did
the
that
next one.
one.
Okay.
Yeah, we already.
In 2010, Johnny Depp and Tom Hanks were in talks to star in the project, but
Tom?
negotiations fell through over the course. Wow, there's
Tom freaking Hanks.
Tom freaking Hanks and Johnny freaking Depp.
Well, I could see Johnny Need Money Depp. He's apparently broke
Oh.
these days.
Is
If
he?
you're led to believe that.
What? Come on.
I don't know.
I don't
You
know.
don't wanna
He's in
believe-
legal trouble with yeah, he's got a divorce and all that.
Oh.
Tom
Whatever.
Hanks, on the
Who
other
doesn't
hand,
have a divorce?
Mr. Toy Story Hanks and Forrest Gump Hanks. That
Yes.
would be a dirty role for him.
He's
That'd
got
be,
mad money.
that would be like considered dark for him because he's never really done too many.
Yeah. Well,
Bad
well,
He
And
and
did
this was
Captain Phillip or Phillips or whatever.
Yeah, but he was a good guy, man. He was the captain that saved the.
Yeah, I was just saying it was a bit of a grungy film, you know.
Oh yeah, but I mean he's always the hero. So this one is a little dirty,
It is down and
killing
dirty.
farmers.
Well, no, this is 2010. What year was this movie? Oh,
This
it
year.
came out. Oh,
So
I
it
see.
took
Yeah,
this
yeah.
long. 2010. It took
Jeez, that
years
was-
to get the. It shows you how some movies just sit waiting for the
Yeah.
right cast, story, script, blah blah blah, to get produced.
Waiting for somebody to greenlight it.
Well, yes, but negotiations fell through over the course. So they're saying in 2010. Well, maybe it's that they aged. They got, well, you guys are too old. Like Tom Hanks being a soul. I don't know what kind of,
True, that's
at
true.
some point it's like
Yeah,
this
well,
is,
you-
you're
you-
talking 10 years later
you
now.
can
The
age
guy's-
out of a role,
yeah.
right? But furthermore, I'll take the next trivia.
Good luck.
But wait, there's more. Denzel Washington and Sean Penn were once in negotiations to star in the film.
Holy canola.
Was there somebody
Who's
in
left?
Hollywood that was not in line to?
Well, I think
P.B. Herman probably.
Well, yeah. I think he's been out of Hollywood for a while now. That whole theater thing. Anyway, you were going to say something.
I was going to say something. I did read at some point a trivia about. I think it was Paramount really wanted to make this movie for the longest time, and then when they just couldn't seem to get the people they wanted, they dropped the script and Netflix picked it up.
No kidding, eh?
Yeah, apparently.
Interesting.
So I've heard.
Oh, okay.
Does Netflix just have people just waiting Oh, you don't want the movie, eh? What?
Well, yeah, they
It's like some
Oh.
creepy guy in a Netflix
Yeah,
trench
he's,
coat.
he's like perving out in a overcoat and listening on the like a glass cup in the
Yoink.
wall. Yoink!
yoink. Look, I think they know something that nobody else does. I think they're just making a crap ton of money on all their ideas.
Who knows? Like
Yeah.
they're very secretive about how many views their movies get, and we don't know.
Some of the cast were trained by real Navy SEALs to make the action appear more authentic.
No, that's vague. Some of the cast.
Yeah.
What
You
the-
know, is it 'cause, like
I want names. Right?
yeah, you're like the extras, like the 100. You know, the list of 100 extras. A couple of those guys were, you know, trained.
Yeah.
Stuntmen were maybe.
You got to
I don't
think
guess
that
that's-
Ben, not Batman, Affleck.
He would have that training.
He
already?
was Batman, so he's probably pretty good already. So. Ex-Batman.
I don't know. Did he really need it?
It's
after
not an
being
actual
Batman?
job. You know that.
Actually,
right?
actually, if Batman is not in the comic book lore, you probably know this if you're comic book savvy,
Kind of, sort of.
kind of, sort of. He wasn't about the guns.
No, yeah,
He's about
no.
the fisticuffs and
And his little toys.
his gadgets.
Gadgets, yeah. Gadgets and
Yeah.
fists.
True.
Yeah. And his cape. I don't know.
Although they
His
threw
cape
that
was
out the
useless.
window and he used a gun in the Batman movie that came out recently. He was shooting.
Oh yeah, but
That was
if you've read enough of the comics, he uses anything and everything.
Oh well. Okay. I'm
Especially
off
when
topic.
taking on Superman. Anyway, moving along.
All right, moving along.
Actually, I think we're it. Are we done?
Move it along.
I think-
That's it.
Let's hurry up and get to the finish.
yeah.
Hurry up. That's it.
Uh,
Well, what do we got to say about how do we wrap? Did you guys like the movie?
I liked the movie. I didn't think it was horribly original. I didn't think it was good. It's what you expected. What you expect out of that type of movie. I think it delivered what it promises. What you think it'd be. It delivers that very well. But
Yeah,
not-
I liked it. I felt it. It kind of didn't. It didn't. What was the word? Crescendo. It didn't like
climax.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I liked it, but there's some dumb things that if I was in their shoes and I was with that group of guys, I would say, guys, just dump it here. We'll come
Yeah.
back for it.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
But
There's
you're
some,
not in the heat of the moment, and you kill
Yeah.
some donkeys and some farmers. And
Yeah.
You end up getting nothing.
Yeah. I could have done without the donkey death. You know.
Yeah. I wanted the donkey to live.
Yeah.
I'm sure it was
did it-
CGI'd. I'm
you
sure
know,
they
I-
didn't kill real donkeys.
So what the question is, are the donkeys going to go back the same way they came and die?
find the money?
And die
You know,
off the-
I believe they'll go back to where they came from because that's
Yeah.
that's what they do.
That's
You
kinda
know,
what they
that's
do, yeah.
what donkeys do. Yeah, and horses. Yeah, yeah.
That's what donkeys do.
That's what donkeys do.
That's what good donkeys do. Anyway, I think that's Triple Frontier, gentlemen.
I think it is.
Thank you so much for joining us. Be sure to check out primarylycritical.com. Next week, Monday at noon, we have Paddleton.
Paddleton.
John,
Yeah.
this was your pick.
Yeah, it was my.
Without any spoilers, please tell us why you picked it.
Well, I watched the trailer. It's a Netflix one, and I've been trying to stay in the Netflix because it's just handy, convenient, and for everybody to watch and stuff. And so, I watched the trailer and I liked it. It had that independent feel, and I've become a huge fan of Mark Duplass. So, this is I like his work. I like pretty much everything he's done so far, and so that was. And who doesn't love Ray Romano as well? So
Me.
No doubt.
you don't like Ray? Okay.
Well, you have to
All right.
wait
We'll
till
get
the
into
next.
it. We'll get
You
into
have to
it.
wait till the next
Okay.
show.
Have a great day, everyone.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Primary